Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited to share with you and tell you about why we love Plexus. And our slogan is, what if this could change everything? For several of us that are going to share tonight, it really, truly has changed everything for us. It's changed our well-being and our health and our family's health. And for some of us, it's also changed our financial futures as well. So we're really, really excited to share with you tonight. My name is Stacey Fraley. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and we're going to have several people sharing tonight, sharing about their journeys and how Plexus has helped them in so many different ways. Before we get started, I have to go over the disclaimer, and let me just see if I can get my screen share to work here really quickly. And if not, I'm just going to read it to you. Christina, are you able to see my screen?
Yep.
Disclaimer. Okay, so I'm just going to hopefully read this real quick. All right, so the disclaimer of our opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you have heard or are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any disease. And then you might also hear some earnings information. So the earnings of these ambassadors are not necessarily representative of the income, if any, that an ambassador can or will earn through Plexus compensation plan. The success of an ambassador depends on his or her skill set, work effort, and the desire to succeed. And all of this can be found on our website. So let's see, we should be back here now. All right, so I am going to turn it over to my friend Christina Mitte. Christina is a Sapphire ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and she's a good friend of mine. She's going to go over some of the products with you and tell you about her story. And then there's going to be several of us sharing this evening, and we're looking forward to hearing what everybody has to say. So Christina, take it away.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name's Christina Mitte. I'm a Sapphire ambassador. I live in Michigan, and I started the products in January of 2014. I actually started the products to kick an unhealthy pop addiction, not understanding that when you get your gut healthy, there are so many health benefits that come from having a healthy gut. So over the past 30 months, I have had a lot of success health-wise with these products. I'm feeling better than I have in years. And on top of it, financially, this opportunity has allowed me to become a stay-at-home mom next year. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 16 years, but thanks to this opportunity, I'm able to stay home with my 6- and 8-year-old next school year and volunteer in their classrooms rather than be a classroom teacher. And that's all because of how this opportunity has changed my life. But I quickly want to talk about some of our products. Our main products are called the Triplex. There are these 3 products that I'm holding right now, and I'm going to talk about each of these one by one. Our most popular product is called Plexus Slim. It is a daily use product that you mix, comes in a stick like this, you mix in a bottle of water. It helps to maintain healthy blood pressure. It helps with burning fat, not muscle. It tastes like, to me, it kind of tastes like Kool-Aid. It's really, really good. It's not a meal replacement. I drink mine first thing in the morning when I wake up. Helps me stay energized through the day and helps with sugar and carb cravings for me during the day. I love that it's not a meal replacement and I still get to eat my regular 3 meals a day. During the day, the hardest change that I had to make to my life was to drink more water. Since I was really only drinking pop before starting Plexus, that was a huge change. But now I crave water and love water. And then the other 2 products in the Triplex are the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5. ProBio 5 is my very favorite product in our entire product line. This has completely changed my gut health. I can go on and on about all the positive changes that this has provided for my family and me, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it does. It helps your intestinal tract stay balanced, and it helps with the good bacteria being put into your digestive tract and helps kind of cleanse things out, makes it a good environment for the good bacteria to stay. A lot of us have taken antibiotics during our lives and things that kind of kill that good bacteria, and this helps maintain that flora that's going on in your intestinal tract. The BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement that oxygenates cells, and it helps to cleanse out that gunk that the ProBio 5 helps to kill. Now, don't be alarmed by the name cleanse. Some people hear that and think, oh, I'm just going to take this for 7 days or 14 days. It's not that kind of cleanse. It's something that is gentle and safe enough to take daily, helps with occasional constipation, and it's very, 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 very gentle. This has been a game changer in my life for sure. Then we have 2 very new products that are hot off the press. This is fast-acting block, and this is our newest product, Plexus Edge. Block, you might have heard about this before. This has been reformulated to be quick-acting. So what this does is if you eat a meal that maybe is like pizza or spaghetti, something that's kind of high in sugar and carbs, what this does has clinically tested ingredients to block the absorption of the carbs and sugars up to 48%. Before, you had to take this like 30 minutes before you eat. Now you can take this and eat immediately after, so you don't have to wait anymore. I took this for the first time this weekend and absolutely loved it. It's a great product, and I'm so excited to see what happens as I take it longer. Now, Edge, I've been taking a lot longer, almost 2 weeks now. Edge only has 3 clinically tested ingredients. It only has 3 ingredients in it, one of them being natural caffeine, not junk caffeine that's just kind of added to energy drinks. This is natural caffeine. And what this does is it helps to give you extra energy without like the crash or that kind of fatigue down feeling that some other energy supplements can give you. This has been fantastic for me. Since I told you before, I'm a teacher. Since I've been off, my days have looked very different since I've been off from school, running kids here, going there, days that start at 6 in the morning and go until 11 at night. This product has helped me stay energized, stay focused on the tasks that I'm trying to complete, and a lot of people that have tried this have had positive things to share with me about it. So I'm so excited to see more positive changes as I take this product longer, but it is fantastic. So the triplex were the first 3 that I talked about. This is our most popular combo where most people start, and then our 2 newest products are Block and Edge. So that's a little bit about our products. I'll turn it over to Stacey.
Okay, thank you so much, Christina. I think one of the things people are most surprised about when they try this Lim is how good it tastes. So many times you taste something and it just, you're like, oh, I don't think I can swallow this. I can't do it, but it's good. It's good, and the capsules, they're easy to swallow. A lot of times, somebody tells you've got to take something, and they're these big pills. Ours are very easy to swallow and all plant-based, so I love that about our products. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Adrienne Thomas. Adrienne is senior gold, right, Adrienne? Am I right? Okay, and you're muted, Adrienne. Let's unmute you. I can hear you.
Yes, I am senior gold.
Awesome. So Adrienne's going to share her story. I just love her story, and I'm really, really excited to hear it again. So thank you, Adrienne.
All right, thank you. I'm super excited to be on this call tonight. As Stacey said, I am Adrienne Thomas, and I am a senior gold ambassador. More than that, I am an Army wife and a cancer survivor, a kindergarten teacher, and a very, very proud adoptive mom. My journey to Plexus actually started about 6 years ago. My husband and I were going through some significant fertility issues, and during that diagnostic phase, we found out that I had endometrial cancer. From that point on, when we were grieving, the loss of the ability to have kids biologically, life just spiraled out of control. Fast forward through the next 3 years, and I gained 150 pounds, or at least that's where I stopped looking at the scale, and the health concerns were just insurmountable. I was out of control. I was a walking, talking definition of a hot mess, and through it all, I pretended it was one of those kind of fake it to make it kind of things, but I was really vacant, and I was living in a shell of a person. I didn't even know who I had become, honestly. We went to an adoptive caseworker and talked about trying to start a family. Through that process, I actually had the worst day of my life when a caseworker sat down across from me, and she said, Adrienne, I'm just going to be honest with you. No one is going to choose you. A birth mom will not choose you to be a mom because of your weight and because of your health. And I left there. I was angry. I was devastated. I was angry. And I looked in the mirror that night, and honestly, for the first time in 3 years, I could see what I had done. It was like it was just lifted, and I could see the damage that I had caused. But more than that, when I looked at my husband, who you're going to hear from in a minute, I saw the pain that was in his eyes because I was slowly killing myself. I went to a nutritionist because I'm stubborn, and I was like, no one is going to tell me that I can't be a mom. That's not going to happen. So I went to a nutritionist, and I learned how to take control of food and to use it properly in my life. And with impeccable timing, our diamond upline, Alyssa, sent me Plexus and said, I just need you to trust me. I don't need anything from you other than your trust that this is going to work and consistency to use the products. And I had never heard of Plexus, so I thought, whatever. I've tried everything. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And I was consistent because I needed something to work. I fast forward through 6 months, and I had lost a significant amount of weight. But more than that, I was smiling. I was interacting with people. I was happy. I was starting to feel like myself again. I wasn't faking it. Like I was genuinely excited to wake up every day, and I thought, there might be something to this. We decided to start the adoption process again because we knew it would take a couple of years. And 10.5 weeks later, we got a call that we were chosen to be Berkeley's parents. And that call changed everything. Sorry. It changed everything in our lives. And I knew I needed this Plexus to work more than ever. So I just kept going consistently. So fast forward to today, and I am down 6 dress sizes. I am literally half the person that I had become. But at the same time, I'm twice the person that I was because for the first time, truly, I'm living, and I am happy. And I owe it all to this, to these products, first of all. Because with daily consistent use, I changed everything about my life. But the opportunity that it has given me is second to none. And that's exactly kind of where I am now. Our president, Alec Clark, says, if you're blessed, be a blessing. And that is now my motto, is to pay it forward and never look back, because I am now, 6 years later, I'm here. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a super proud chosen mom. I'm a very proud Army wife. And this opportunity is allowing me to walk away from teaching after 18 years. I never thought that I would do that. But as a military wife, we move a lot. And I was starting over every 2 years, building, a new classroom and new rapport with the community. And this opportunity allows me to take Plexus with me and make an impact on a grander scale. And I'm so excited to do that and to be home with Berkeley in the fall. It's all I've wanted to do since we adopted her. And just to see where this takes us, I'm super excited and super blessed.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adrienne, for sharing. We are going to move on to Esther Johnson. Esther, do you want to just share a little bit about your background? I'm going to look at you to present to everybody. Excited to have you on with us.
Hey, thanks, Stacey. I am excited to be here. So I'm Esther Johnson. I'm a registered nurse. And I've always prided myself on being a healthy person and a role model to others for good health. But between 2010 and 2012, I had a series of major life changes that really impacted my health. I was extremely tired all the time. I had no energy. My body was not functioning properly. And I actually ended up in the emergency room on 2 separate occasions for a serious medical condition that affected my heart. My weight was steadily increasing. My mind seemed to focus only on thoughts of fear. And frankly, I didn't feel like I was any longer in control of my body or my mind. This was not me, and this was certainly not the way that I wanted to live. I was really fed up with all the drugs that I had been prescribed, and I knew that there had to be a better way. So I started searching for help. I hired a personal trainer because I knew that if I had to pay someone, I would certainly show up and do my exercise. I cut sugar out of my diet. I tracked all of the food that I ate, and I really focused on expending more calories than I took in. I changed the supplements that I was taking, but frankly, none of it really seemed to be working the way that I hoped it would. And at the same time, my extremely stressful and toxic job was adding to my health crisis. So in November of 2013, I retired, and I dedicated the next 12 months to focusing entirely on getting well, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And it was during this time that I learned about Plexus. Well, I have to say that as a professional nurse, I really needed the research and the data because I needed to evaluate why was Plexus going to do something that nothing else had done for me. I was a really big skeptic, and so I started doing a lot of research. And after I did the research, I decided on 3 products, our triplex, and I decided to try those 3. Well, imagine my surprise when within a week I felt different. I mean, was this just my imagination, or were these products really having a positive effect on me? Because what happened was my energy bounced back, and suddenly I wanted to move, I wanted to exercise, even on those days when I didn't have an appointment with my trainer. I realized that I was no longer falling dead into the bed at 8 o'clock at night. And when I did wake up in the morning, I was fully refreshed and I was ready to face the day. I had fewer and fewer episodes of fear, and basically, I just felt happier. What I realized was that Plexus was providing me with some ingredients that my body had been lacking. And as my body systems rebalanced, my health improved. It was pretty impressive, and it was just that simple. My skin issues cleared up, my joints no longer bothered me, and my lab work, well, wow, let me just say that I actually saw those numbers changing and moving into healthier ranges. After 4 months, I noticed that my body was getting smaller. My clothes were falling off, and I had to buy new ones. And I really liked that problem. And at the gym, my friends were calling me the incredible shrinking woman with unboundless energy. And those visits to the emergency room, well, let's just say I haven't returned there since a month after starting Plexus. As my body changed and my health improved, people wanted to know what I was doing. And I really felt that I owed it to share my experience with others, because actually, this is why I became a nurse in the first place. And not only has Plexus brought me improved health, it has also allowed me to do the things that I never thought I'd be able to do in retirement. I'm able to travel more, I'm paying off debt sooner, and I can save for things that I normally would not splurge on. And best of all, I can contribute to needy causes that are near and dear to my heart. Plexus has truly been a blessing in my life. And as a PS to all of this, today I went and saw my physician. I had to have a camp physical. Well, he sat there, and as he looked over my health record, he said to me, you are really boring. You don't need any prescriptions. Your weight is lower by several pounds. You seem to be doing so well with your labs that we don't need to get any more labs, and you're just really healthy, so keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Esther. I think there's a lot of skeptics out there. I hear that all the time, but having somebody that's a nurse in the medical profession, I mean, we have tons of doctors and nurses and pharmacists and scientists on our team, and those are sometimes the biggest skeptics, and to hear it from somebody that knows the back end of it, it makes a lot of us feel a little bit better. Thank you for sharing that. So next up is Tim Fraley. Tim is my husband, and when we were planning this call, he said, well, why don't you ever have me on any of these calls? I'm like, okay, I guess, you've been doing the products with me. You might as well go ahead and share. So my husband, Tim, is going to share his story. So Tim, make sure I think you're unmuted. You good?
Yeah, I think I am. Can you
Good.
guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, so I started in this when my wife got into it a little bit before me, after she'd been down her road of trying many different things to lose weight, and I'd always kind of been healthy until we had our son and didn't do so well eating things like goldfish and all those other not so healthy snacks around the house. And always cleaning up his plate with, oh, this little leftover pizza won't hurt, that type of thing. So I figured, well, let's try something that's kind of working for her. And she was having a little bit more energy and feel a little bit better. And so I said, well, I'll see if it works for me too. So I started taking the products about, I guess, 2 years ago or so. We'd also been to the doctor, and they looked at our results and said, you guys need to do something about this. You're not too good. My job, kind of like Esther, I'm in the healthcare industry. I actually work in clinical research and travel all over the country. So I'm sitting in a hotel room right now, if you can't tell, and my wife is all the way in North Carolina while I'm in Ohio. So I spend a lot of time eating out and doing things like that. So one of the things I was really excited about was when Block came along, because the Block is supposed to help with a little bit more of the digestion of some of those things I was eating. So I said, hey, this would be a great idea. Let's try this. I've really, really liked it. It's helped a lot with being on the road and not having choices as much as usual. Other things, the new Edge is great because it definitely would help with giving me that little extra boost of energy I need. I sit down a lot of my day. I'm stuck in dark rooms and hospitals and other things. So those types of things. And then traveling just wears me out. A lot of my days last week, I think I had an 18 or 19-hour day. So just having a little bit of energy booster in there helps a lot. Maybe gets me up to the gym in the morning or this afternoon after I've been sitting down for about 9.5 hours. I still hit it. So I was glad to do that. I've basically found that by taking the products, I feel better all the time, much better than I used to. And I feel like I want to make healthier choices. And Plexus has done that, and also has made my wife much healthier because she's about half the woman she used to be too, and looks great. And so motivates me to try and do the same thing. And basically, I'm pretty much skeptical out there. I want them to keep, look into it, try it if you want to. I have a lot of health professionals I actually do speak to about it, and they've looked at me and seen how I've done over the time. Said, hey, what are you doing different? What's something I can try out here? So some people, have said, yeah, I'll go with it, and others haven't. But I've reached out to a lot of people that are very educated in the field, and they've been very interested in it. So if you have an interest in it, I'd say definitely try it. It's been very successful for my wife. She's staying at home now from her years of teaching, which we'll talk about, and hopefully sometime I'll be able to slow my life down a little bit too with it. So that's kind of my story as it is.
Yeah, that's another one of my goals, to get you to be home more often. And we've just heard so many amazing financial testimonies that go along with it. And actually, Tim, I think it was a few days ago, I took the Block and the Edge out of his bag. I needed it, and he called me like in a panic, like, where's my Block and Edge? Like, he was gone for a day, and he's like, where are my products? He can't be without them now. So he travels with them all the time now. He's always the one filling up the water and keeping track of it. So I love that he's doing this with me and really supporting me. So I'm going to turn it over to Angela. Angela, I'm so excited. I think it was a few weeks ago, you were on a call, and you were just so inspiring. I just walked away saying, wow, like, I need to meet her. I love your story. It was just so powerful, and so I'm so excited to have you join us tonight.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me. My name is Angela Groves, and I am a military wife, and we are stationed outside of Panama City, Florida. You'll find that my why is a little bit different than everybody else's. I watched for several months my friends post on Facebook about Plexus and the weight loss and the benefits of the more energy, and it was just weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. And I have a fitness background. I am a WNBF pro bodybuilder. I am a power lifter. So I get the healthy. I get the fitness. I eat healthy. I was in no way interested in weight loss. So I would just scroll on right past those posts. But then I watched another friend, my friend Lacey, was posting. And in 2005, I had been diagnosed with some issues, and I was reluctant to go on medication. I tried every natural remedy out there and was unsuccessful. So fast forward to 2012, I started a synthetic medication that I was reluctant to take, but I broke down and took it. And I kept telling the doctor that I did not feel good from the inside out. I live in my body 24/7, 365. No matter how clean I ate, no matter how many times I exercised, I still did not feel good from the inside out. And my friend Lacey made a very bold post, and she made a comment about how important gut health was, and that healing your body from the inside out, this is how the products focused. And that resonated with me. And I immediately messaged her. I asked her, what is this that you're talking about? What do I need to do to get started? And so I started the products in October of 2015. And within 3 days, I noticed I felt better. I had more energy. And when I really went back and reflected on what was different, I had slept all night long, which was very rare for me. I would wake up 5, 6, 10 times a night, and I actually slept all night long. And so I had more energy. I go to bed at midnight. I get up at 4:30, so I function on very little sleep. And everybody at work kept asking me, Angela, why are you so hyped up today? I don't drink coffee. And so I started sharing the products with them. I started sharing the opportunity with them. Never, ever, ever my intent. But when I saw the products were helping me and I felt so much better, I couldn't help but share the opportunity. And so here I am now sharing the opportunity and being able to financially provide for our family, which, you know, my why has changed. It was because I needed to get healthy, and I am getting healthier. I did have some blood results come back, and like Esther, my doctor is impressed, and they're going in the direction they need to be going in. So I am over the moon ecstatic over that. But they always say your why is going to change. And when my why started for medical reasons, and I needed more energy, and I just wanted to feel better from the inside out. I mentioned I'm a military spouse, but unlike Adrienne, we are not active duty. We are Air National Guard. So we go where we can find work. Where there's orders, we go. And so our orders are not always guaranteed. And when I started the products in October, my spouse was deployed, had been gone for 9 months. And when expected to come home, we did not have orders. And so we went several months without income, and that was detrimental to our family. So my why is now, you know, we have orders now through the end of September, but that's not guaranteed past September. So it's important to me that I'm able to provide some financial income to our family to be able to provide when there's shortcomings from the military aspect of things. So very, very important. The products are amazing. Continue to share and have people every day you're able to change lives. And you couldn't ask for a better product that's real, that works, and not only provides healthy benefits, but you have the opportunity for financial freedom too.
Thank you, Angela. Yeah, I think so many people, you know, they start and they have no intention of sharing this. You know, they sign up for this wholesale thing just for a discount, and it's crazy that you can't help. You know, people start seeing these changes in you, they start asking you, and it's just like when you go and you share about a good hairstylist or a good restaurant, or, you know, you're sharing something, you just cannot help but share. And that's what so many of us have found out. We have no intention of doing this as a business or telling anybody about it, but it's crazy how that happens. And I know that's kind of what happened with Daniel and with your wife, how you guys got involved. I'll let you share your story. I love having another male perspective on here. So Daniel, I'll let you go ahead and share. Just unmute your microphone.
All right. Hey, glad to be a part of this group tonight. This is my first conference call, so I am a little nervous. I've been part of Plexus now for about 2 years. I'm a silver ambassador. My wife Heather, she's an emerald ambassador. I've basically been her biggest supporter for the last few years. Basically in the back seat, just kind of watching her and supporting her. And she's gone to a few conventions now, and I haven't been able to go up until this year. I finally was able to go to Las Vegas with her. And I have to admit, after the convention, I've found a desire to start talking about these products to my coworkers, to my friends, to my family, and about the company itself and how much they take care of us and how much they care about us. I'm also a I'm a process operator in a small chemical plant here in South Louisiana. I work a lot of overtime. I work 12-hour shifts, so I need energy. I get up at 3 in the morning, I go to the gym, and then I go do my 12-hour shift. So, yeah, like right after lunch, I'm getting kind of tired. So, I've been probably in the fitness and working out probably for well over 20 years. I've probably taken every supplement you could think of. I always like to have my energy. From the minute I wake up until I go to bed, I like my energy. I like to be just wide open. I took two pills this morning. My new favorite product, the Plexus Edge. Some good stuff. Anyway, when we went to Las Vegas and we went to the convention and they introduced that product to us, I have to admit I really was not impressed. I'm like, here we go, another energy product. What are we going to have this time? And when they talked about the ingredients, I saw it was just 3 ingredients, and one of them that I wasn't familiar with, so I went and researched it. And I was interested. After I read about it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's got caffeine, theacrine, and L-theanine. The theanine, I was interested. I was like, why would they put that in there? Because that is supposed to kind of calm me down. But I realized that's to help control the jitters. So what this pill does, it gives you awesome energy, but no jitters. And it's just like the best of both worlds, for me at least, because like I said, I like to have my energy. Sometimes I will still drink a cup of coffee. Heather doesn't really care when I do that, just because I'm get a little excited when I too much coffee and too much caffeine. But it's been an incredible product. I took 2 this morning, like I said, used it as a pre-workout before I went to the gym, and incredible workout. I can't say enough about this stuff. But what I've also found with this product is it's somewhat of an appetite suppressant for me, which kind of surprised me. I didn't expect that. I can go a long time without having to eat anything where I know I need to, and I try to put myself on a clock where I'm eating every so often, but the hunger is just not there. So it's pretty impressive in itself. Other than the Edge, I also take the Triplex. I've been taking that on and off, and that's been my problem. I haven't been consistent up until probably about a year ago. Like I said, I take the Triplex. I also take the X Factor and the Omega X. I love all of them. But the reason I say I wasn't consistent up until recently, I've always had a clean bill of health. Like I said, I've been working out for over 20 years, so I've never worried about going for a company physical. I went about 2 years ago, and my cholesterol was, I think, 239, and that shocked me. I just couldn't believe it. And high cholesterol does run in my family, but at the same time, like I said, I wasn't worried about it. I like to say I eat fairly well. I work out quite a bit, but at the time, and that I didn't realize it until after I got my results, at the time I was working a lot of overtime, and I wasn't working out quite as much. I basically just was letting myself go. So I made a promise to both myself and Heather, I'm going to stay consistent with this, because when I came home and told Heather about my results for the cholesterol, she was like, yep, I told you so. You should be taking this. You need to be taking this Slim. So like I said, I made a promise to us, and I started taking that Slim every morning. And in about 3.5 months, I dropped my cholesterol down to 190, and haven't had a problem ever since. So for me, my biggest thing was just consistency with the products. It's helped me with a few other things. I like to jog, and it's helped with a little bit of the pain when I run. So it's gotten me back out on the streets for that as well. Other than the products, our whole family takes it. My kids, they take the Plexus, the X Factor chewable vitamins, and I can thankfully say that nobody in our family is on any prescription medicine. The kids get sick every once in a while, but that's going to happen. They're in school, they're around other kids. They can only fight it so much. But Heather and I, we don't take anything. other than our Plexus products. And we see so many people around us having to take prescription pills for this, prescription pills for that, and we don't have to. And we couldn't be happier. The company, it's just been an amazing blessing for us. Like I said, I've been watching Heather just for the last few years, watching her and just cheering for her. And to see her grow with this company has just been amazing. The way it's blessed us financially, we never could have expected this. She's able to stay at home. She's there with the kids. When they're home from school, she's there as well. Like I said, I work 12-hour shifts. I work a lot of overtime. I make a pretty good living. She's making more than I am now. And it's raised some eyebrows where I work. Some of the people are getting interested. We were able to finally put our kids into private school, which it's kind of been heavy on our hearts for the last couple of years, watching our kids go through public school. And they're in a great school, excellent school. But we're able to put our kids in a private school where we went when we were kids, and we couldn't be happier. It's also blessed us where all of my family's up in Michigan, and I can travel up there now more often. So this company has done more for us than we ever could have expected, both with the products and the financial blessing. It's just been an amazing journey, and this company is so young. It's so early still. It's just the future, it's incredible. So that's my why, I guess, is just to spread the word and tell everybody how good these products are in this company.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I think you hit on so many different things. I love your wife, Heather, is an Emerald Ambassador. For those that don't know Heather Edney, she's, like he said, able to stay at home. She also gets some other perks. She gets an earned Plexus as an incentive when you get to the Emerald level. She also gets a trip to Hawaii every year that I know you guys are really looking forward to. Coming up in September, you'll be going with Christina, some of the top people in our company, and like Daniel said, it is still wide open. We have less than 500,000 ambassadors worldwide now, and they say that that's ground floor, so we are definitely on the brink of something huge here. And I like that you also touched on that the whole family can take our products. You know, it's not just weight loss, it's a whole regulators, you know, the blood sugar regulators, helping with your cholesterol, that your kids can take the vitamins. There's truly something for everybody with our products. So thank you, Daniel. And we're going to turn it over to Michael Thomas. Michael, if you just want to unmute.
I think we could go.
Good. Thanks, Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm Adrienne's husband. You heard from her earlier. I am a warrant officer in the Army and a silver ambassador with Plexus. Like most husbands, I was very skeptical about Plexus and what it had to offer. I watched Adrienne go through her struggles. She's tried multiple diet plans with no results or unsustainable results. And like most MLM programs that she's been in, I figured this should just be another one that I end up with a garage full of crap that I have to sell in my next yard sale. So after about a year of her, bugging me and nagging me to take the products and me, fighting, saying, I'm a big, strong Army man, I don't need this stuff, I finally decided to do it, and I found that I had great success with it. I had more energy, which meant for me especially, I had better PT scores. I was clear thoughts at work, so I was more productive, more consistent. I recovered faster after my workouts. And I had more intense workouts on top of that. I was able to push myself, to drive myself further than I normally would, and not give up as easily as I had in the past. Nowadays, I challenge even the 20-year-olds on some of their PT tests and trying to push them. I really enjoy the products. What started off with just taking the Slim, now I take just about every single product that Plexus has to offer, minus the breast check kit. But I enjoy the products just because of the benefits that it's given me over the years. And now, what can I say? I've seen the business side of it from Adrienne's success, and she's been able to replace her teaching salary. And so now I'm thinking to myself, hey, there's something here. I need to look into this. So, like Dan said, after Vegas, it game on. Go Plexus.
Thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, and Adrienne's just such an inspiration to so many. I'm so glad to have you on board, and your support I know means a lot. You know, I know how I feel having Tim's support. It's just huge for me, and I love to hear that it's not just women. You know, so many people think it's just for the ladies, but it's for everybody. Next up, we have Mindy Pierce. Mindy is a silver ambassador. She has just been like gangbusters lately, like crazy on the leaderboard. She's a silver ambassador, but you know, she has just been sharing because it's too hard not to share where she is, and having huge success. You know, it's not just an opportunity where only the top people are making money with Plexus. Everybody at every level has something that they can be bringing in. So Mindy, tell us what you've been doing. Tell us your story.
I've been so enjoying listening to all of your stories. I am a Plexus newbie. I live in Georgia. I signed up with Plexus mid-April. I signed up wholesale just for the better price on the products. I was interested in the health and wellness aspect of it and thought, you know, I've tried other things, I'm going to try this. And within 2 or 3 weeks, I was a believer, and I love my Plexus. And I've turned into crazy Plexus lady because I just love it so much. But within a month, I mean, my mom, she was like, well, I need to try this. And I had a few friends that wanted to jump on board. So I'd say mid-May, I had about 5 ambassadors and some customers. And that's where I wanted to be. We were just excited to be on this health journey together, and I was getting my products paid for, and that's all I was concerned about. Fast forward another month into June, still, you know, every week just seeing more and more results, just in all aspects of my life and my health. I actually am kind of in the middle of a career change. I left a job a week and a half ago and am starting a teaching career this August, teaching high school business. And I got to thinking close to when I was leaving my job, you know, teachers get paid once a month, and it's not till I've got to work a whole month before I get a paycheck. So, you know, maybe I should promote Plexus some. I love the products. They were easy to share. So I just committed to posting on Facebook and messaging people that I knew just needed the product for health reasons, just like I did. And it has just been an explosion since I left my last job a week and a half ago. My team, we have added, yesterday I was practicing saying 18 or 19, and now we're over 25 ambassadors. And we're just all so excited because we're getting healthy and we're feeling good, and you just can't keep that in. You just want to share. And as far as the financial part, I'm no longer worried about my 2 months of no paychecks this summer. Both of my kids' birthdays are in August. We've got back to school, and of course nobody just wants to sit home and not have fun in the summer. So that's been a huge blessing. And this has just all been fit into the nooks and crannies of my day. If you've got time to post on Facebook and text and message with friends, then you have time for a Plexus business. We just got back from a 6-day camping trip, and I was adding the ambassadors the whole time and having fun with my family and not worrying about the financial stress of the next few months. My husband's truck even broke down, and we had to replace that, and I know I can make the car payment next month. So it's just been a huge blessing. My husband and my children, they've got a better version of me, and I just feel wonderful, and I just can't help but share that, and now it's blessing my family back. So I love Plexus.
Thank you, Mindy. I'm so excited to continue to see where things go for you, because you've been such an inspiration so far. I'm so excited for you. So I'm going to just share a little bit about my story as well. So I started Plexus. It's been a little bit over 2 years. I had actually done it before. I wasn't consistent, you know, like Daniel mentioned, the consistency part. I didn't know I had to drink water. I just thought things were miraculously going to change for me, and they didn't change right away with me still going to fast food and not making an effort myself. So I quit again. And then fast forward a year later, I had gotten to my lowest point. I had gained a significant amount of weight. I was a school teacher in elementary school, and I couldn't even stand to look at myself in the mirror. I had lost interest in pretty much everything. I didn't have any confidence. I felt awful. My stomach always had issues. I had no energy. I would just come home after teaching and just lay out on the sofa. I didn't want to do anything. I had no willpower. I just had it. And I finally got to the point where I had it enough that I decided to make a change. And I had tried everything else. You know, I think most of us have tried so many different things, and you're like, well, whatever, I'll just try one more thing. Well, this was the thing that worked for me. When I started up again, I really worked with it. I worked with my friend Alyssa was posting, and it was just like Adrienne said, it was the right time. Working so closely with her and checking in with her made all the difference, you know, really keeping the lines of communication open and working with the products and realizing that, you know, I didn't get into this situation overnight and it wasn't going to change overnight. But I was surprised because within the first day or so, I started to feel better. I had energy. I cleaned out the kitchen cabinet, and, you know, as my husband will tell you, like, I don't like to clean. Like, I'm just good leaving things the way they are. I actually got up. I wanted to go to the gym, and I hate the gym. I had energy. It was amazing. So a few days later, I talked to Alyssa again, and I said, you know what? I need to get this cheaper. I'm a teacher, just like Mindy said. You don't get paid during the summer. You only get paid once a month. It's really, really hard to have the money to get through. And my husband had just spent a ton of money for another program right before, and I did not want to tell him. And I had to find a way to get it the cheapest price possible and kind of offset my price. So that's why I signed up to be an ambassador. I wasn't going to do much else with it. I just wanted the discount with it. Turns out I couldn't help but sharing, just like everybody else. You know, you go into this thinking, well, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not going to tell anybody about this. And it just kind of happens. I started telling people. I started posting on Facebook. And, you know, on top of me feeling so much better and people asking me what was going on, I was starting to offset my price. That first month, I earned enough to pay for my products, which was huge. And then my why started changing, what I wanted to change, what I wanted from my results, and was able to buy little things like I wanted a computer, I needed a new laptop, something like that. Then my goal became to pay for a trip I was taking and not have to ask my husband for money and not rely on my teaching income for that. So it's been amazing in so many for so many reasons for me. I've gone down several pant sizes now. I have control over food instead of it having control over me. I used to be like the drive-through queen. I would have to go for breakfast and lunch and probably for dinner as well. My husband was gone. I never cook, and I still don't cook, but I don't go to the drive-throughs now. I make healthier choices, and it's not like an effort for me. It's something that I can easily choose and make those healthier choices. We're just blown away when he puts vegetables on my plate now. I actually want to eat the vegetables. Crazy things like that, and it's just given me energy. I used to have to take a nap all the time, and now I rarely will want to take a nap. I thought for sure I'd be napping all the time. It's just this energy, this natural energy that I feel is just, it's just been life-changing. So because I've been able to share these products, and I can't stop telling people about it because I'm so passionate about helping everybody to feel the way I feel. I went part-time teaching last year, and this June I was able to give notice, and I get to stay home with my son. So I was at the school with him so I could be more a part of his life, but it turns out, you know, I was spending so much time with everybody else's kids that I was just too worn out for him. So I'm so thankful that I get to stay home, work from home, you know, as Mindy said, in those nooks and crannies when I have time. I work from my phone, you know, I can work when we're at the beach, wherever we are, and that I get to be that PTA room mom that I want to be, you know, be super active in his school and really be there for him. So it's just been an amazing experience for me, and I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. Like we said, you know, the opportunity to sign up, it's, you know, there's a few different ways for you to purchase. I signed up for wholesale after I had given it a try. I liked it, and I knew that I wanted to continue, and I wanted the cheapest prices. We do have an amazing sign-up special right now that they just extended until Friday, where you can sign up. It's usually $34.95 to sign up for the year membership, which is like a BJ's or a Costco membership to get the discount. It's now $19.99 until Friday. So I really urge you to check back with whoever invited you tonight, whichever friend or family member thought that you could use the products or this opportunity. Talk to them about it. Find out why they're so passionate, why they shared with you. find out about the different ways that you can get started with this, because I guarantee you, you're going to love it. You're going to find something that's there for you, that's there for somebody that you know. So take an opportunity to check back with them. We thank you guys so much for joining us this evening and being a part of hearing our passion for Plexus. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of our presenters and our team, and we hope you have a great night.